Welcome, my friend. Life is not without storms. But the Stoics taught us, and the life of Jesus reminds us that peace is never found in avoiding the storm. It is found in standing unshaken within it. Today, we begin the journey with the first two Stoic principles that will make you unbreakable in the face of life's chaos. The strength to accept what you cannot change, and the power of silence before judgment. If these words touch your heart, I invite you to walk with us. Tap the like button so this message can reach more souls who need it. And if you're new here, subscribe and join a community of seekers, people who long to live with wisdom, courage, and inner peace. Principle 1, accept what you cannot change. Epictetus once said, "Some things are in our control and others not." The first key to peace is knowing the difference. Jesus, on the night before his suffering, prayed in Gethsemane with sorrow but with acceptance, "Not my will, but yours be done." That is not surrender in weakness, but surrender in strength. We spend so much energy fighting what cannot be undone. We rage against aging, against loss, against fate. But every ounce of energy spent in resistance is energy stolen from the life we still have to live. Acceptance does not mean passivity. It means clarity. When you stop wrestling with what lies outside your control, you discover the strength to transform what lies within it. Your response, your character, your soul. Think of a broken vase. You cannot curse it back into wholeness, but you can pick up the pieces with dignity and learn to hold the next one with more care. Acceptance is not giving up. It is choosing not to be crushed by life's weight, but to carry it with honor. Principle 2. Stay calm before judgment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." So much of our suffering comes not from the insult itself, but from how deeply we let it pierce us. Jesus stood before his accusers. They mocked him, condemned him, spat on him, and yet he answered with silence, not because he lacked words, but because he possessed strength. The Stoics remind us when others insult you, they reveal more about themselves than about you. Their anger, their judgment, their poison, these are their chains, not yours. In our modern world, judgment surrounds us online, at work, even in our families. Everyone has an opinion. But remember this, the one who does not react, who stays calm in the face of provocation, becomes unshakable. Silence in the face of judgment is not weakness, it is mastery. The world expects you to fight back, to defend yourself, to prove your worth. But nothing is more powerful or more mysterious than a soul that refuses to be disturbed. Every life carries a cross. For some, it is the silent ache of loneliness. For others, the betrayal of someone they trusted. For still others, it is the sickness of the body or the grief of losing someone they love. We cannot choose whether pain enters our lives, but we can choose what we do with it. Will it break us or will it make us? Principle 3. Find strength in pain. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests, gold suffering tests brave men." The Stoics understood that pain is not simply something to be endured, it is a furnace where your character is refined. Think of Jesus carrying the cross. His body was torn, his spirit mocked, his friends scattered, and yet step by step he moved forward. The weight was real, the pain unbearable, but the purpose was greater. This is the secret of strength, not the absence of pain, but the presence of meaning. We often spend our lives running from pain. We numb it with distraction, bury it under noise, pretend it does not exist. But every attempt to escape makes the burden heavier. Pain grows when you resist it. The transformation begins when you stop asking, "Why me?" and begin asking, "What can this make of me?" Think of a seed buried in the soil. In darkness, pressed down by weight, it could call itself trapped. But that same pressure forces it to crack open, to grow, to rise toward the light. Without the weight, there is no growth. Without the breaking, no life. So it is with us. The betrayal you endured can teach you boundaries and discernment. The illness that weakens your body can awaken compassion for others who suffer. The failure that humiliated you can teach resilience that success never could. The Stoics would tell you, do not pray for lighter burdens. Pray for stronger shoulders. Do not curse the storm. Learn to stand as the mountain that does not move. Pain is not proof that you are weak. Pain is proof that you are alive. And if you face it with courage, it will also become proof that you are strong. This is the third Stoic principle: find strength in pain. It is the mark of the unbroken soul, one who suffers, yet rises not bitter, but better. In the next and final part, we will look at the last two principles: living by values instead of the crowd, and the power of forgiveness to set your soul free. If this message speaks to you, please like this video, subscribe for more, and share it with someone who is walking through their own pain. Perhaps your voice is the encouragement they need to keep moving forward. The voices of the crowd are loud. They tell you who to be, what to value, how to live. But truth is rarely found in the applause of the many. Both the Stoics and the life of Jesus remind us the crowd will often choose what is easy. But the path of virtue is almost always the harder road. Principle 4. Live by values, not the crowd. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know the truth." The crowd chases comfort, popularity, and convenience, but the soul that seeks virtue must sometimes walk alone. Jesus walked into the desert and was offered wealth, power, and fame. He rejected them all. He could have chosen applause. He chose truth instead. To live by values means to hold steady when others mock you, to remain consistent when others misunderstand you, to remember that your worth is not defined by the noise of the crowd, but by the strength of your conscience. It is easy to follow the herd. It takes courage to walk a lonely road, but better to walk alone in truth than with a crowd running toward lies. Principle 5. Forgive to set yourself free. We believe forgiveness is something we give to others, but in truth, forgiveness is something we give to ourselves. Seneca warned, "Anger, if not restrained, is more destructive than any other passion. It binds you, enslaves you, poisons you." And on the cross, in his final breaths, Jesus prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Forgiveness is not weakness. It does not excuse evil, but it breaks the chain that ties you to pain. To forgive is to declare, "You may have hurt me, but you will not own me. You may have wounded me, but you will not define me." When you forgive, you do not erase the past, but you reclaim your future. You open your hands, let go of the weight, and finally breathe free. Forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about you. These are the 5 Stoic principles. Accept what you cannot change. Stay calm before judgment. Find strength in pain. Live by values, not the crowd. Forgive to set yourself free. Together they create a soul that cannot be shaken, a life that stands strong through every storm. My friend, thank you for walking this journey with me. If these words touched your heart, support this message, like this video, subscribe for more, and share it with someone who needs encouragement. And I leave you with one question. Which of these 5 principles do you need most in your life right now? Share your answer below. You never know, your words may be the encouragement another soul is waiting for.